Hello, I'm Sanna Ahvenharju from Finland Futures Research Center, studying future studies. My PhD research started from a very simple question on what do the decision makers really think about sustainable development of the ecological crisis and future. I have worked with several decision makers in Finland, and the problem is that they often hide behind the official opinions of their organizations, or politicians are more concerned about what they think that their voters think that they should be saying, rather than telling their real own opinions. And so what I was curious to find is that, are they really concerned? Are they worried? Do they share the kind of sense of urgency that we probably here share about the ecological crisis? And so my idea, or what I have started now, is that I will set up a Delphi process. I don't know how many of you are familiar with a survey process, which is anonymous, where participants can discuss anonymously and react to each other's comments, and invite decision makers to join that. And my idea is to challenge them with a very difficult topic: consumption, private consumption, and how to reduce our consumption. At the moment, according to the current research, we should cut it down for about to 20% of the current level. So how do we get there? And to spark off that discussion, I will present them with a set of policies, consumption policies, which are trying to be provocative, based on various taxes or setting consumption quotas for all of us, or all these kind of ideas. And when they discuss this, my idea is to record their discussion and then analyze what kind of values, what kind of priorities do they kind of express while discussing these. And if they come up with, in this discussion, if they come up with some kind of policies that they find acceptable and possible to take on. But before I actually do that, I'm looking for help, so please, if you distribute these. I have a very small survey on my website. I would really like you to go and visit and tell your opinions of my current selection of policies, what you think, and if you come up with anything better, because I'm really not convinced that they are really the best ones yet. So that if I get those ideas, and I'm through this summer, I'm looking for more comments on this list, so that I can actually start up with a Delphi with the decision makers. Thank you.
Okay, questions for Sanna?
Cool stuff. I'm just wondering, so you're actually looking for coming up with some sort of consensus from Delphi, because the process is usually, and there are different ways how to do it, and one of the ways is actually to get something out of it, have a moderator. And I'm just wondering about the details, like what do you want to get out of it, apart from the analysis of the values, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I do hope that they would come up with some kind of a consensus, at least about some principles. You know, because there's issues like, can we really limit individual freedom? We do that on several other things, but somehow when it comes to environment and consumption, it's like out of topic. It's not politically correct to discuss that. So if they would, for example, come to the conclusion that this is something that we could do, even if they don't come up with one policy that they all agree that this is the way to go, that if it's legislation, or if it's taxation, or what the method would be. Sorry, I don't know which one to choose.
Do you already have some politicians that would like to participate? I mean,
no, not yet. But I'm hopeful that they will join. I have some good contacts, so I hope to get that.
How do you avoid self-selection bias?
Sorry?
How do you avoid self-selection bias?
Well, yeah, that's
a difficult one.
Yeah, that will be. That's going to be a tough one for next fall to try to figure out. Any ideas, I'll be happy to hear.
And could it be that some policies that are already in place are provocative enough? Or are you suggesting only like new ones that they will discuss?
Well, my idea is that I try to ask them for new ones. But it could be that they could be policies in other sectors. Like, something that has been used, for example, to curb the use of cigarettes or smoking, or whatever, drunk driving, they could be used.
Thank you very much.